Hello and welcome back to the Salmon FM, and this is my financial rescue save. If you're brand new to the channel, hello and welcome. Thanks for checking me out. And if you are a returning member, hello and welcome back to you guys too. If you didn't see the first team I'd done with the financial rescue in play, it was with Anderlecht. It turned out quite well, so go check it out and let me know what you think. And yeah, let's get into it. We are over here in Brazil now with Botafogo. And if you did watch episode 3 of the Anderlecht series, you'll know that I did briefly mention how much debt they are in. We will check that out properly in a moment and actually see what the fee is. So let's start diving in, shall we? Okay, so yep, as we can see, you see me starting the save in November 2018. I could have done it from 2020, but I figured no, let's just start beginning of pre-season in 2019 season. So it takes you back to November 2018. And yeah, let's dive in, shall we? So as you can see, the finances are 6.6 million in debt on the overall balance, and the net debt for the club 139.5. So yeah, it's a hell of a repayment to do. They want £550,000 a month, and that is going to run until 2040, so quite a long time. So if you do want to try and get that down, then we need to seriously start moneyballing. But with no transfer budget, it's going to be hard. So let's have a little look at the vision. The vision for the club. They want me to qualify for the Sudamericana. If you don't know what the Sudamericana is, it's the European equivalent of the Europa League. The Copa do Brasil, they want to reach quarter-final. And the Campeonato Carioca. It's a bit of a pre-league sort of thing, which, okay, it looks like it could be decent, but for me, it just takes, it's too many games. I'll show you the first stage in a second, but the league itself is 38 games, so why you'd want to add on an extra like 10 to 15 games, I'll never know. But yeah, as I said, the requirements for each one: top half, qualify for Sudamericana, and reach quarter-final minimum. So here is the Serie A. 20 teams play each other twice, which means 38 games. So yeah, rules for it. So we're only allowed 5 foreign players. The squad cannot have more than 5 players on youth contracts. 12 sub names, maximum 3 U's. You know, pretty much the norm with most foreign leagues. Prize money is nowhere near compared to what the Premier League would be over in the UK. Yeah, I don't know. This is my personal opinion, but having that many teams from like the likes of Brazil and that. Okay, the South Americas, there's not many teams, not like over in Europe, but how many spots do you want to give for your Champions League sort of thing and your Europa League sort of thing? It's like almost every team. So if you finish in 14th, 15th, 16th, it's, well, at least you didn't get relegated. Oh yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, it works for some people enjoy it. Yeah, so let's have a little move along. So there's a schedule. This is out without that Campeonato League thing, because it hasn't been drawn yet. We haven't been told who we come up against. But that basically fills in your January, February, March and April. But the season actually runs until December, so you're starting your pre-season in December, but you're finishing your league in December too. Quick look at the staff. Yeah, I'm overstaffed on the coaching top side, so I'm probably not going to touch that unless I can get the board to agree for more coaches, which I don't think they're going to because of how much debt we're in. But I can seriously do some work on the recruitment team. So yeah, I need to get myself some scouts and probably get a director of football in as well. quick look at the squad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Some decent players in there. Quite a few players in on loan. I might look at getting rid of some of them, and but yeah, we'll see what they are looking forward. So yeah, just a quick look at the club's history. No Sudamericano, so imagine if we actually go on and win that first. For the first time in the history. Check that out. They were relegated back in 2014 and then promoted straight back, so yeah, just a little bit blip in the history of that one and the one in 2002, so yeah. Right, I jumped in February, just basically to show when the loan payment started. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll jump back in and have a look at that at the end of the season. And here we are, right at the end of the season. So overall balance is 29 grand in arrears, which is much better than the 6.6 million we were in to start with. And the debt now, net debt is now 132.9, so it has come down a bit. That transfer debt, right? Okay, let me tell you about the transfer debt. Now, I didn't jump in halfway through the season or when the transfer window closed because I didn't do any business. I did what I said, and I got rid of some of my own players because they just weren't playing. I had better players in my youth. However, I forgot to have a look at the responsibilities for my under-20s and reserve staff. And the reserve manager and the under-20s manager decided, let's go crazy and let's start bringing in players. Which really done my head in. To be fair, I didn't really pay much attention to that part. I completely forgot about it. But then I saw him sign 3 players, and when the reaction comes through and you look at what the potential is, they were all Serie B potential. Either my reserve manager thinks we're going to get relegated, or he's an idiot, and I'm going to go with the idiot. But yeah, he lumped us with 13 grand's worth of debt, and I'm like, well, I haven't bought a bloody player. Bloody knobhead. Yeah, so let's have a little look at that pre-season tournament sort of thing. As you can see, we actually won it the year before. We finished third. We did quite well. But what they did, they split you into sort of 2 groups, and you play each other in your groups, and then I think it sort of makes up the overall table. And then they do this playoff final sort of thing, which, as you can see, Vasco da Gama won. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah, for me it's more of a pre-season sort of league thing. Let's have a little look at the Copa do Brazil, and as you can see, we ended up getting knocked out on penalties because the idiot here didn't look up the rules, and yeah, I actually thought we were going through on away goals. So when we went 4-2 down with 5 minutes left on the clock, I battened down the hatches. I went all defensive, thinking away goals will get me through it. No, we went to penalties. Rookie move, eh? But yeah, that was annoying. But yeah, Copa Sudamericana. Yeah, so for some reason, when I showed you the competitions to begin with, it didn't show the Sudamericana. No idea why. However, we were in it. I think it might have just been because it hadn't been drew or whatever, or hadn't been decided, or I don't know how they worked it. But we did enter it. We entered it back in February, and we've done really well. As you can see, we got through the semi-final after absolutely annihilating Emelec in the first leg. and then we went their place over in, I think it was Colombia, and managed to scrape a 4-3. Yeah, so yeah, we've gone to the final. Question was, could we beat Palmeiras, a team from our own division? And the answer was yes, of course we could. Beat them 3-1. They did out that they went down to 10 men in the 89th minute, eh? But yeah, we did manage to get the 3-1 victory, so absolutely buzzing at that. We got ourselves a bit of silverware on the old first season. Through the Sudamericana, and with that win, it automatically puts us in the Copa Libertadores, the South American version of the Champions League. So yeah, it didn't really matter where we finished in the league now. So as long as we won this, we're in the Libertadores. But we finished just outside of it. So yeah, even though we finished 6th, which is a Sudamericana berth, we actually can't qualified for the Libertadores through the Sudamericana win. But yeah, overall I'm actually happy because obviously all they wanted to do was qualify for the Sudamericana, which meant we could have finished anywhere in the top 13 and they would have been happy. Which, yeah, so yeah, as long as we're in it, we're in it. We didn't finish too far off the pace either, so what, 14 points behind. Cut out a couple of those defeats and turn them into wins, and you never know, we could actually go somewhere. Yeah, so I didn't talk about it earlier, the tactic. Now, if you did glance at it during the Copa do Brazil, you'll see that I was playing like a 2-3-3-2 formation. 2-3-3-2 formation. I tried it, started with it. It done okay in that pre-season league thing, but yeah, it wasn't working in the actual league, and it was just, yeah, I figured I'd abandon it and go back to something that I knew and something that I was familiar with myself. Plus, it didn't help the fact that I had a team full of wingers, and I weren't playing wingers. So yeah, going back to this, it done the job. So yeah, just a quick look at the history of the club again, and as you can see, we have added the very first Sudamericana into the cabinet. So yeah, I'm proper chuffed about that. So we've been able to add something that wasn't there before, which I'm really buzzing about. Hopefully, we can add to the Serie A title, and they don't actually have a Libertadores trophy there, so you never know. We could add one of them. We'll have to see. So yeah, that's the end of this the episode. Thank you for joining me. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a like and give it a subscribe. Yeah, episode 2 will probably be out on Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Obviously, I am playing a lot of Football Manager. I'm also trying to play my own game as well. Personal saves, because I've invested a lot of time in them as well, and I enjoy them. And this is a bit of fun on the side and whatnot. So, but yeah, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. Spread the love as well, spread the joy, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.